stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. Get your lick back. If a nigga owe you something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX.
J-Way.
I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless.
I'm gone.
Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck.
Give me that.
To the trends. See a lead, be the band.
Ooh. Talk about ruining your Saturday. The Detroit Pistons fall to the Brooklyn Nets by score 107 to 105. The Pistons at home will take on the Brooklyn Nets, who were in the midst of a 10-game losing streak. Yes. The worst team in basketball. I think the Kings might be worse than them. Kings, Jazz. I think the Jazz are better than them. But yeah, they're up there as far as the worst teams in basketball for damn sure. No Cade, no Asar. I will not discount not having, our best offensive player, arguably our best defensive player. Yet and still, you got to think that this is a very winnable game. I presume they sat Cade thinking that we should be able to still handle them without him. We got a back-to-back. We got Miami tomorrow. And for most of the game, we did handle them. We were up a good 20. Let's do the math here. No, I'm not doing the math. That's too much. What is that? 62 plus 22 is 88 to whatever that was. But yeah, we got outscored by 13 points. So we must have went into it being up 11. Yeah, going into it because we got outscored by 13 points in the third quarter. But we were up by our biggest lead. Let's see if we can pull that up. I think they showed that. Largest lead, 23 points. Leading scorer, Tobias Harris. Always a scary sight. But yeah, he played all right. How many Duren have? Duren had 17. Tobias had 18. Started strong. Sasser looked good. Jenkins looked good. But I don't think Jenkins scored in the second half. I think he went into the half with 11 points. So where did it go wrong? Because you know what? The shooting wasn't bad. We got to see some more Kevin Huerter. He was 3 for 3 from the line. Had a couple blocks. 1 for 4 from 3. Not great. Paul Reed didn't play, which is kind of wild. They went with Javonte Green, who he had 5. Holland wasn't great. He had 6. Early in the week, it was like, okay. Hachibara. Early on in the week, it's like, okay, Spurs. We lost to the Spurs in San Antonio. Can't beat the Spurs. It is what it is. They're a really good team. Then the next game, I believe, was against Cleveland. And hey, split the series. We lost by 2. Donovan Mitchell didn't play, but Harden had a hell of a game. Tyson had a good game. Mobley had a hell of a game. Allen had a hell of a first half. It is what it is. Saturday, I'm rest assured on Saturday we got this, right? Brooklyn. Brooklyn is horrible. Now, granted, Brooklyn, as far as I know, they played a pretty they fielded a pretty full group. And look at this. Hold on, my bad. Y'all can't see this. Y'all can't see this. Let's pull it up. Look at the starting lineup. 2, 7, 2. Nick Claxton only had 2. He had just 3 blocks. He was tossing Duran's shots. But yeah. 2, 7, and 2. Michael Porter Jr.'s had a great year. A lot of rumors that the Pistons were interested in him. Probably should have pulled the trigger on that. Now, he didn't shoot great. He got to the line quite a bit, but he shot 3 of 12 from 3, 25%. And what is that, 40% from the field? Not awesome. Played the whole game. Hey, you think this wasn't a championship game for them? You think they weren't trying to win this game? I think so. I mean, Zaire Williams looked at the end of the game when he hit that 3, like towards the end of the game, he looked shocked he made that shot. But you know what? If he don't remember nothing else this season, he'll remember beating Detroit in Detroit. Even Danny Wolf had a couple points. But yeah. Zaire Williams had 23. Day'Ron Sharpe had 13. And yeah, that was the deciding factor. Zaire Williams. How many points is he even average per game? My guess is like 8. Let's see how many points Zaire Williams. 9. Okay, I almost said 9. 9 points a game. I get it. Yeah. But yeah. It's just I can't stress how unacceptable it is. Like I said, Asar Thompson's going to be out for a while. Just going to have to figure it out. Granted, there wasn't a whole lot of time to figure it out. Who else did we play this week? Was that the Cleveland game that he got hurt? Let's look up the schedule. Am I missing a game? Come on. Pistons schedule. We got to get it together, though. The Celtics are rolling. The Celtics are rolling. Tatum's back. He looked clean. He looked good from what from what I'm hearing. Yeah. Oh, the Cavs were first. Yeah, Cavs, Spurs. The Spurs let us have it. Lost by 4 to the Cavs. We got Brooklyn again in Brooklyn on Tuesday. I mean, this is me being a little bit hyperbolic because the stipulations are so much different. But it just seems like the Pistons have lost their mojo. They don't have that same fire in the way that the Tigers lost it and almost didn't make the playoffs. Now, the Pistons don't have to worry about making the playoffs, but the troubling part to me is that a lot of teams got better at the trade deadline and we just didn't. We arguably got worse without Ivy because I don't want to say that it took away some of our, the passion and heart that we have. But the reality is, as much as we all love Dennis Jenkins and the fact that we thought we hit the lottery with him, he has been very underwhelming since he was transferred into a full contract. We bring in Kevin Huerter. He didn't play the first couple games. He got some garbage time. He's been playing as of late, but you got teams like Cleveland that went out and got Keon Ellis, Dennis Schroeder, and James Harden. You got Charlotte, who went out and get Kobe White. They've won 7 in a row, maybe 8 in a row at this point. The Celtics got back not only Jason Tatum, but they went out and got Vucevic. Who else? You got a lot of teams that could be very dangerous. And although the Pistons have handled their business, they've handled their business throughout the beginning of the season. It's not looking good right now. Let's pull up the standings. The Knicks have looked good. They swept the Denver season series. Now, granted, Denver, Detroit also swept the season series, but New York has looked good. Another team that made a trade and got better. They went out and got Jose Alvarado, and things have been clicking for them. Raptors, they didn't really do too much. Not so much of a worry, but can we just run all over the Atlanta Hawks if we got to see the Hawks in the first round? I don't know. Can we just run through Tyrese Maxey and Embiid and Paul George, who's going to be back from suspension? Can we handle them in the first round of the playoffs? Can we beat the Miami Heat? We'll find out tomorrow whether we can beat them in the regular season, but yeah, I don't know. What do you do? We had nobody to check Porter today. That would have been an Asar assignment, but he's out for a while. Could be out for a long while. So, who steps in and takes his minutes? Today, that was what? Javonte Green. Ron Holland didn't have a great game. I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions and, be too hasty with my thoughts. Like I said, the last week or so, we've played Cleveland twice and we've played San Antonio twice. We beat Cleveland once in a game that we probably should have lost. Harden didn't play. Ellis didn't play. Mitchell didn't play. And we won on a whim on a 3-point free throw attempt by Dennis Jenkins. But and the schedule is somewhat favorable coming up. We got we got the Heat coming up. We got Brooklyn again. We got Philly and Detroit. That could go either way. Memphis should be, but they still have some talent. I don't know. They don't really have much. The Raptors. Then you got the Wizards. You got the Wizards twice in a row, who we struggle with for whatever reason. The Warriors is not going to be a cakewalk. The Lakers aren't going to be a cakewalk. The Hawks aren't going to be a cakewalk. There's a lot left of this season, and there's not a lot of bum teams left besides the Pacers. Bucks is going to be a fight. Hornets is going to be a fight. Magic, Timberwolves. You got a lot of fights down the stretch. And yes, we have a tiny cushion. And yes, we beat a lot of these teams. We've beat the Magic quite a bit as of late. Thunder's going to be extremely tough. But yeah, I don't want to run through the whole schedule. I already got to, tuck my tail and do this show on Monday after popping some crazy ish this past week. But it is what it is. The Pistons will figure it out. But it would be a shame to have had the lead for this long throughout the Eastern Conference and allow Boston to catch up and allow New York to catch up. Boston is one thing, but I cannot stand for us to allow New York to catch up. But they're hot right now. Hold on, let's go back to the standings because I didn't get a chance to look at the schedule, the streaks. So right now we're on a 3-game losing streak. The Celtics and Knicks are both on 1-game winning streaks. The Heat are on a 4-game winning streak, and that's what we have to face tomorrow in Miami. The Magic have won 3 games since losing to us on Sunday. So And the Hawks have won 6 in a row. Wow. Amen. This ain't going to be no cakewalk down the stretch. We play all these teams. And right now, everybody in the Eastern Conference should smell blood in the water, because this team just does not look the same. I'm sure Cade is just resting, but Asar's going to be out for a while, and that's going to be something that we have to address. The only guys that can remotely do what he does is Javonte Green and Ron Holland, and those are two guys that didn't do too much of anything today against Brooklyn. So that's that. I just wanted to come on here and talk about the game. And, I'll see y'all real soon. I'll see you guys on Monday. We got a full show hosted by Chicago. And we got to talk. So we'll see. We'll be back tomorrow in some form. Maybe not a full-length show, but yeah, I'll definitely be recapping the game. So it's your boy Foster Child. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out.
Get your lick back. If a nigga do something, ain't no chit chat.